What's up guys, it's Missy. I'm back with another SimCity Build It video. Today we're going to be doing a low-level contest of mirrors walkthrough for the city Fiona. I've only looked about the first 14 screenshots of this week and I already want to strangle him. So let's see if I can manage to refrain from killing him. First off, the dog takes this shit more seriously than he is, alright? The face is so much more serious than him. This motherfucker didn't even submit a task assessment. So we're already up to a fabulous start. First off, you guys need to submit a task assessment, okay? So you mark them main, rotatables, no touch cancels, all that good stuff. Main being an assignment in your list worth 2,000 points or higher. Premium being an assignment that can be worth up to 3,000 points. Non-premium cannot be worth 3,000 points. Rotatable is an assignment in your list below 2,000 points. He has a premium chems in his streaks that is rotatable value. Now, low-level players mark shop productions and factory productions as premium to help them avoid making mistakes and picking the wrong assignments. So, premium on the chems in the streaks means he needs to move quickly this week because he has factories in the streaks. He has the premium storage upgrade in the list at main task value. So, that assignment's going to be in your list a lot, you guys. You're just going to have to do it when you can and then ignore it if you need to. Upgrade war card at premium value, or main task value, and it is premium. It's limited, meaning it can only be done if you have the war cards to do it. Non-premium on the design challenge, and it is a no-touch cancel. So basically, you don't touch it and only cancel it if you absolutely have to. Now, if this person would have done their task assessment, they would have looked at this regular residential upgrade. They would have looked at the fact that they have 3/4 of their experience bar remaining. And they would have completed it. He did not. That's about as far as I made it into his list. Then we have textiles, premium, main task value. Non-premium on the Epic project. You guys only do those within the first 25 assignments if you need the doorway. Okay, try to avoid that. Non-premium, last resort rotatable on coins. You don't do this assignment unless it's really close to the streaks to bring in upgrades. Non-premium on the monster, no touch value. Premium on Tokyo, premium on VU, both rotatable value. Premium on shovels, rotatable value. Premium on wool, rotatable value. So he does the storage. He gets repair. Repair is a non-premium last resort rotatable. At this value, he's not going to do it until he gets closer to the streaks because it's at its lowest value point. It will only keep coming back and lowering his average. So he moves to the war card upgrade for 3,000, which is correct. He then gets a non-premium last resort rotatable on the keys, which is the same thing as the repair. Now here is where he makes a ginormous mistake. A mistake where if I could physically reach through the phone and strangle him, I would. Okay? He junks 6 hours worth of feed. 3 assignments into the contest. 3 fucking assignments into the contest. He junks 6 hours worth of feed to do textiles. Takes that kind of downtime during active war. We're at 4 days, 19 hours already. And he could have done the regular residential upgrade. Saw if he could work a few more assignments, see if he can get feed in. And if he can't, then prep the text and keep working so that you don't end up finishing on the final day and dragging your feet. But he didn't do that. He decided to take the downtime during active war. Gets a launch attacking Club Wars, ignores his regular residential for 2,400, does the launch attack in Club Wars. If not now, when? That's what I have to ask you, Fiona. If not now, when? If you don't do the regular residential now, when do you do it? What opportunity would be better to present itself to you where the experience would be better used? You have a main task in your list at its highest value point. It doesn't get any better than that. 2,400. It's at the beginning of your week. You have another main task, the design challenge, there as well. So you have 2 assignments at 2,400 value that can hold you back. You have 3/4 of your experience bar available to you. When you didn't do your task assessment was when you should have realized that you were going to have to do that assignment. And if you weren't going to be able to do that assignment, say your experience bar was full, then you would have needed to cancel that or work around it or something. You need to at least acknowledge its existence first, right? And there's nothing here that suggests that you even acknowledged it as an option. Because once when you guys write off these options, you write them off. You know, like that's how I see it. If you say, I'm not going to do this assignment for whatever reason, if you decided I'm going to leave that regular residential to sit for now, what exactly are you waiting for? Are you waiting for your average to drop, your week to go in the gutter, and then to waste experience? Because that seems foolish. You see what I'm saying? Like, you're better off doing it right from the get-go, and then you don't have to worry about it. That's the whole point in having this experience bar available to you, is so that you can learn how to play properly so that when you come into these situations, you know how to deal with them. So he does that. He gets an 1,800 cargo, drops his average by 200 points by doing the cargo, gets a 2160 on bricks, does the bricks. Now he gets an upgrade to Tokyo. Now here, we're 6 assignments into the contest. 4 days, 13 hours. So we're almost a full day into the contest, meaning first war's going to be over soon-ish. I mean, we don't have that much longer on first war. And he's got 6 assignments done. Fan-fucking-tastic. You're moving at a wonderful speed. You've got 3 main tasks taken up. All of upgrades, 2 of which have a higher chance of returning if you cancel. Tokyo being canceled would be foolish because it's the lowest one in the list and has the highest value possibility attached to it. So canceling Tokyo is out. Canceling the design challenge is foolish because it has a higher chance of coming back than the regular residential, as it can come back as an upgrade or a submit design challenge for 2,500. You can actually do the regular residential for 2,400, but even if you couldn't, you would need to cancel something. So you would rotate in your other stuff, see if you're going to get any other upgrades, and you would cancel. He never did any of that. He decided to do VU, okay, gets minerals for 1,650. Now his factories are wide open, and he ignores the minerals and does the Tokyo. I don't understand this logic at all. Okay? The whole point in you guys recognizing factories and shop productions as premium is to avoid these mistakes. Why did you choose this over minerals? What reason did you have? Either you closed your eyes and you clicked on whatever to just hope for the best, or you had some form of thought process that went into why you picked Tokyo. And my guess would be is that you picked Tokyo because you know it can be worth 3,000 points, and you were hoping that it would kick back a 3,000 point assignment. So that means that you picked it because it's premium. Now, if you had followed the rule that I set in place, you would have picked minerals because that is also premium. But you know it's technically not premium, so you're not doing it. So you're changing the way you're choosing your assignments by not following the criteria that's set in place, and you're making mistakes. Okay, you have a high chance of getting a 3K upgrade back. Does it mean it's going to happen? No, but you do have a high chance of it. And even if it doesn't, the way that low-level players are supposed to do things is, let's say that doorway number 1 is minerals. You work that doorway a few assignments, you get an upgrade. You work your next highest, best option doorway, you get another upgrade. And by the time you get all 7 upgrades in your list, you're to the streaks. You can go ahead and start. But when you jumble fuck your list around, you don't cancel when you should, you've got things in place where they shouldn't be, you rotate stuff that's 650 points less, you fuck the whole algorithm up, and you just turn it into a disaster. You literally milkshake your list, and it just turns into a mess. So now he gets an 1800 on grapes. Okay, so he does that. Now he gets launch 1VU. Now, if you guys don't remember, he just did that like 3 assignments ago. Yeah, 3 fucking assignments ago. Does the minerals, gets more deliveries, gets glue, okay? And now he does VU again. Why? Why'd you do that? You just did VU for 1,000. It came back for 1,000 again. Why would you do that? You completely ignored the glue. And it's premium too. If you follow the technique that I have set in place, that's premium. You should just think about it like that. Because now you're screwing your brain up a little bit. You're saying, oh, but this one could be worth more. But the problem is, this is what's going to happen. The reason why you guys don't do this is because you have a high chance of getting upgrades back. When you're a high level player, when you understand both high and low level comm, you see why these are such big mistakes to make. High level players wouldn't even look at the glue. They have no reason to. But you do, because you can't do this stuff. They also wouldn't be leaving all these 2K assignments to sit though either. So they have a wide open list. They have all these open value points that they don't have to worry about. You don't have that. You have all these high upgrades in your list, and you're rotating low premiums. How is that a good option? Whereas if you would have just tricked your brain into thinking that the glue and the minerals were premium, you wouldn't have made this mistake. But you're ignoring that. Kicks him back a 3K task, which is the storage, which he does. He gets an 800 Paris. Now here, I don't know what he's doing. I think he may have just fallen asleep on the phone, because this makes no sense to me whatsoever. Out of everything on this list, and mind you, at this point, he really should have taken, like, some soul searching and been like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, dude, you're 14 assignments in, you have 3 days and 22 hours. What are you even doing? You've literally accomplished nothing. And he's had one, think about this, you guys. He's had one task that creates downtime. That was the textiles, which is like nothing. There's like no downtime attached to that. And he's managed to get 14 fucking assignments done. And he's got 3 days, 22 hours remaining. He's accomplished nothing. Now, if you look at his list as a whole, he's got Paris for 800, glue for 1440, so that's 2 doorways available, okay? See if I can find a lower screenshot. So, if you were to grab a pencil and you were to mark off everything on this list that he can't do right now, you would mark off Tokyo, keys, repair, design challenge. He's already decided he can't do the regular residential. That's what he's set in his head. Epic, coins, monster. So in his mind, the way he's looking at his list is the only options available to him at this time is the wool shirts, the shovels, the Paris, and the glue. And of those 4 assignments that he sees as doable, he chose Paris, the doorway that's already been done, that hasn't been good to him, that is worth a low amount of points, non-premium, cost cash. Why? Don't understand. I don't understand. Okay. So, after dropping his average by 1,800 points, he gets an upgrade or disaster card. So he does that, and now he gets baskets for 1,200. Now he does glue. Now he gets Paris for 2,400. So he does Paris. Now he gets plastic for 1,590. Does plastic. Okay. Upgrade war disaster. Now we're 19 whopping assignments in, and we're 3 days, 17 hours remaining. We have nothing secured in terms of Long Factory Productions. He's got literally the only assignments that he's had that have been decent have been upgrade war card and storage upgrade. He's almost past the point where he can't cancel anything or do anything safely. So help me God if he picks VU. Fucking Jesus. Urgh! Why did you do that? Dude, it literally just came in for 1,000 points. It's literally saying, I'm going to do you dirty. It's already... How many times have you guys seen this in his list this week? 3 times. 3 fucking times it has been in his list this week. And all 3 times, what value has it given him? 1,000 points. Every time he did this assignment, it dropped his average by 1,000 points. So those 3... Just those 3 VUs that he rotated in, he needs 3K assignments to make up for it. For the lost points. How is that a good idea? To keep rotating in an assignment that's giving you garbage, that's doing you dirty, that's causing... It has a history. He's not even trying at this point. He's not. I'm not even going to pretend he's trying. Because if you were to pull out your handy-dandy Contest of Mayor's math formula and say, look, start at the top, look at value. What item on the list is 1,500 points in value or higher that you can do? He would have noticed he could do that regular residential long ago. But let's pretend that he couldn't. He would have then realized that it was blocking him up and he needed to cancel it. So either way, he fucks up. Now let's say that for just a minute that he's past the point of canceling when all this happens. Then you would say, okay, what's the highest in value? The baskets. Yes? Okay. VU just came in. Look at opportunity. VU has better opportunity than baskets. However, if you go to the tab of Contest of Mayor's Math that says history, that is the part where you're going to contradict your opportunity, and you're going to say, yes, it does have better opportunity. However, I've done it 3 times and it hasn't been good to me. So it has a history, and it literally just came in. Like, it didn't come in 10 tasks ago or even 5 tasks ago. It literally just came in for 1,000. So rotating it is just stupid. So he does that, and he gets smacked with the 2,300 feet. Well, fantastic. That's fucking wonderful. Because now, he's 3 days, 16 hours remaining on the contest. And now he has 12 hours worth of downtime. That fucking blows. Really, it does. That's half a day. And if he takes that half a day to complete this assignment, that means he's not working on anything else. And it also means that he opens the possibility of it coming back in the streaks and not being able to finish the streaks. So you kind of seeing the problems here? If he would have moved quicker, if he would have been, let's say, 4 days, 12 hours remaining, like he should have been, he could have had 4 days left. He could have a whole nother day, but he didn't. Oh, hell no. Oh my God. Somebody told me, what are you doing? Really? Come on, man. Like, he couldn't have picked a worse assignment. Like, he legit Could not have. Out of everything on this list, he could not have picked a worse assignment. Take the downtime for the feed because you have to anyway, right? Okay, well, you would have wanted to keep working for the 6 hours. Well, the first round of it was prepping. That being said, he has actually a high premium baskets. That basket assignment can be worth 4,300 points that he just let sit there. Remember when I said they're last resort rotatables to be done way before, like maybe 30, about the soonest you're going to do that is like 30 assignments remaining. Even if he was going to move to his last resort rotatables, he has coins, he has repair, and he has keys in the list. Coins has the highest amount of rotation between it coming back than all the others. The highest chance. So coins usually comes back within 2 to 6 rotations. About 2 to 6. Whereas keys usually comes back within about 2 to 4, same as the repair, but keys usually comes back worth 2,000 points or higher, whereas repair usually comes back worth a low amount. So out of every single thing that he could have chosen on this list, besides the monster, he picked the worst possible thing he could choose. It would have been better to just wait for the feed and do nothing than do repair. Not that that's what he should have done, but he would have been better. It would have been ideal to just do the damn baskets because you need to do them anyway. He also has the 2 lower doorways that he hasn't tried yet. He's also within 4 more tasks he can do a cancellation, and he can also do that regular residential. Literally, I'm not even joking, he legit picked the worst assignment on the list, besides Monster. I don't even know how you do that. That is a record breaker. I'm gonna mark it on my tablet. My God, Jesus. Lord help me. Okay. Give me the strength to make it through this. Stupid. Okay, so he does that, gets cargo for 1,200. Does cargo over doing the baskets because why? Convenience, that's why. He didn't have the melons, he didn't want to do it, he didn't want it to come back. I know damn well what he's doing. He's avoiding it, that's what he's doing. Now he spends melons on smoothies, okay. Now he gets tables for 720. 3 days, 8 hours remaining, starts feed, that'll take him down to... Must have watched factory ads then? I don't know what he's doing. He must have watched factory ads to get it done that quick. Because it took him an hour to complete the second round. Okay, so he does the feed, gets upgrade storage again. Now here's the problem with the upgrade storage, you guys. He needs to get these upgrades to roll in. And he's dancing around this stupid storage assignment. Every time he does it, he knows it's going to end up coming back at some point. So it's not doing him any favors at this point. At this point, he needs to kind of step away from the storage assignment and start focusing on how he's going to get all these other upgrades in his list. Bring up his average, that kind of... Oh, now he fucking does the baskets. So the whole point in avoiding the baskets was for what? At least now he got his damn upgrade. God. Oh, for Lord help me. Oh my God, what are you doing? You're at 32 tasks. He has 12 tasks before he can start streaks. Okay? You should have went with the coins. Or the minerals. Or one of the lower doorways because you haven't done them yet. Doing keys was not ideal right now. So now he gets saps for 1,200. Now he does minerals. And now I'm confused. What did you get? What's going on here? Oh, it's a messed up screen. Messed up screenshot? So you did tables for... Oh, for fuck's sakes. Really? Gets cream for 750. Does saps. So here's the problem with this, and this is why he's having trouble getting all of his upgrades in. At this point, the streaks is what's going to be the thing that brings up his average, okay, and saves his ass. And quite frankly, if he doesn't get his ass in gear, he's going to have problems. He's at 2 fucking days, 21 hours remaining, okay? He doesn't have glass secured. He doesn't have feed secured. And he keeps doing doorways that he's been doing. So why are we doing, saps at 1200 when we've done this doorway? When you need to get your other upgrades in. You're at 30 tasks where you can start streaks in 10 assignments. You've got 3 more upgrades you need to get in. And you're dancing around the same doorways that you've been doing. You need to change doors. Now he gets launch 1 VU. For time number 4, let's see if he's actually stupid enough to do it. Oh my, I love that I don't look at these screenshots beforehand. It's great. Fuck! Do you even look at the history of your assignments? I know you've given me 1000 VU 3 times already, but let's go for a 4th. Maybe a 5th. Why are you circling that? Is that meaningful to me? Not in war anymore? I don't understand the problem. Maybe war's not in yet. So he does coins. Finally switches doors. Gets hammers. Does shovels, so he finally switches doors again. Now he gets London. Okay, so he does wool. He's trying to scramble his list up. I don't know why he's circling that. I don't understand. Okay, so here he makes another mistake. He's at 25 tasks remaining, and he's focused on points, not goal here. Okay, the goal is to get the upgrades in. This assignment keeps coming back. So every time he does it, it's just going to keep coming back. Even if he does it and it yields an upgrade, it's still going to cover up another doorway later. Just leave it be. You're just wasting how many tasks you have to rotate before you have to start streaks. If he does VU again, oh my god, dude. Whew. I was getting worried there for a minute. 1680 on metal. 2000 Tokyo. 2000 repair. Okay. Alright. Switches doorways. I'm assuming that's why. Seeds. There's the feed at least. At least he got that. 2 days, 16 hours remaining. He's got very few options to rotate in here. So he's just got to keep scrambling up his doors. He goes with cream. Paris, I'm assuming, gets sugar. Okay, wait. Hold up. What happened here? Somehow we lost 5 screenshots? The fuck? 18 to 13? We lost 5 screenshots. Fantastic. Anyway, he ended up getting... Did you really do feed? I can't tell. Is it lower on the list than sugar? It might be below the list. I can't tell. I hope he didn't do feed. Anyways, now he's at 2 days, 13 hours remaining. He gets, or he does the chemicals. What? 13, 17. Okay, here's the 5 missing screenshots. They're just not in order. Does that, gets Old Town. Oh my god, for the love of fucking Jesus. This guy in this fucking VU, man. Okay, so... Still hasn't done the feed, that's good. Paris. Now he gets watches, melons, coins, London, repair, coins, minerals, cargo, grapes, keys, forks, 960 on baskets, 900 on minerals. He's getting really low valued assignments up here because he's got so many premiums down below. Tokyo delivery, coins, and VU for 1,000 for the 6th or 7th time. Can't really avoid it now. Minerals, glass, so that puts him at 1 day, 18 hours. Gets VU again for 1,000. Ladders for 2,000. Wool for 2,200. Seeds for 1,710. And finishes about 50K less than he should have. You got a lot to work on, man. You really do. And honestly, I recently put up a video on like the worst mistakes that you can make, you know, while playing calm. And if you guys watch that video, you know that he pretty much fell into the criteria of every single one of those. What were those 5 mistakes? You guys remember? I can tell you. Prep. Don't really even know what his prep was because he didn't show me, but maybe he did okay on his prep. Speed. Didn't do good with speed. He should have been faster. Okay? Choices. Following the technique, following the rules of the assignment. I don't think there was a choice that he made this week where he followed a rule that was with the assignments. I think what's happening is, with a lot of people, not just him, but what's happening is the assignments that they're getting correct is not because they're thinking and they're making good choices. It's because it's the obvious choice. You see where I'm going with that? Like, if you start off your week with a 3K VU and a 3K workout upgrade, and you do it, are you really putting a whole lot of thought into it, or is it just kind of it's an obvious choice, right? I mean, you would have to be really dumb to not do that. But the moment that there isn't an obvious choice, and the assignment goes from a main task to a rotatable task, is when people don't do well, because they don't think. If he would have actually thought and sat down and said, look, okay, let's grab this contest of Mayor's math, you know, just the formula alone. Just a list of things that I need to look at. That's all math, the comm math is. It's just a list of things you look at. So if I'm standing before you and you're saying, okay, you have your list in front of you and I'm standing before you and I say, okay, pick out everything on this list that is 1,500 points or higher and is doable. So not the no-touch ones, not the last resort rotatables, but anything that is rotatable or main. Pick out anything on that list, 1,500 points or higher. Okay? You go through, you do your value opportunity, and your opportunity. You locate the 1 or 2 assignments that it comes down to, which most people can get that far. They can figure out, okay, it's either this assignment or this assignment. At which point you start the list over again and you say, okay, now of these 2 assignments, which one's higher in value? Which one's better in opportunity? Have I done this assignment yet? How much downtime is attached to it? Yada, 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 yada. And you go through that whole list and you take your pros and you take your cons. You look at your odds and you say, okay, I have a better chance of success if I do this versus this. But people aren't doing that. They're getting lucky with their mains and their obvious choices. And then they're just doing crazy stuff throughout the week that makes no sense whatsoever. When you see as many people as I see play, and you've got the people that follow the technique and they sit in the bracket of 187K, 197K. And then you've got people that don't follow the technique and they are finishing at 153K. Mind you, 48,000 points was just the bonus points. So out of all his assignments, he scored really low. The VU is a prime example of not thinking. If he would have just simply looked at the history of that assignment alone, he would have realized that it wasn't being good to him and he needed to look elsewhere. So, like I said, This person's having a lot of trouble the last couple of weeks with the contest. They're lucky if they're winning. They're lucky if they're finishing on time. And it's 100% all because of how you're doing things. You need to move quicker. You got to prep. And you got to put some thought behind your choices. Now let's see if I can get through Aleppo's walkthrough without just killing myself. Jesus.